That's a wrap.
Yeah. Come back to another episode of ISD Weekly. I'm Olivia Simmons.
And I'm Madison Lebs. This week we're covering everything from the arts to data centers.
And we'll kick things off with the annual Black Excellence Dinner put on by Truman's Black Student Union. Lucy Bigham joins us now to tell us all about this year's festivities.
Last Thursday, the Black Student Union hosted the Black Excellence Dinner, a significant event for many of our students here at Truman. The planning for this event was extensive and required many helping hands.
I loved it. I just like contributing to stuff like that, and it just felt good to do it, yeah. So planning the BSU dinner this year was honestly a little hectic. We had a lot of conflicting ideas and personalities going on. I would also say it was a little bit chaotic because not all the decorations were there in time, so we had to just improvise on some stuff. But besides that, at the end we pulled it together and everything looked really nice.
Planning the BSU dinner was very fun. I feel like we all worked together, we collaborated, and we made it the best it could be. We did it pretty fast, we did it way faster all the other years, and I feel like it was mostly because of teamwork and because we're all inclusive, we all just worked together really well.
The BSU dinner was very fun to plan. We had help from every one of our members, and we all came together and collaborated our ideas to get it done.
A complex event like this always runs the risk of not turning out as hoped. However, these students have the skill for planning events like this.
Yes, it was. It was actually better than expected. We sold a good amount of tickets, and everybody showed up and showed out. Yeah. Honestly, the outcome was better than expected. We had a lot more students that came to our dinner and a lot more families that showed up.
I would definitely say yes. People were there. The food was good. Everything that we planned, everything that we organized went in order as scheduled. We did do a lot of freestyle things, but I feel like that's even better because that shows it's not just a quick organized have to go this way. It's something that you can it's something fun and experimental, and even though we're doing it every year, it's still experimental. We're still trying stuff. We're still learning more stuff. So yes, I would say yeah.
I think the event itself went really well. I feel like there was a little bit of improvements we could have made to make it better and run smoothly, but besides that, I feel like it went really well.
Many performances happened at the dinner, and it was enjoyed by many.
Our step team performed The Chosen Ones, and it went well, yeah. So performance-wise, we had our step team, which I performed on. We had our orchestra, which I was also in. And then we had a lot of good singers and performances. And Ariel performed a poem. I know we had some photography, people selling their artwork. So many different things going on.
I did. I sang a song, and I would say that was very fun. Everyone was very supportive, and I had fun.
Yes, we did, and I think the performance went really good. We tried something new, and we made it up that day, and it still turned out pretty well.
Finally, this notable event put on by the BSU shows so many of the students' dedication and why they chose to be a part of this organization.
BSU means to me, it just shows Black power and how through all this chaos and all this discrimination that our community can come together and create something excellent and just beautiful. To me, BSU means being a part of something bigger than myself. I know that when I leave this year, BSU is something that's going to continue on. So being able to be a part of something at Truman High School that's going to make a difference for students, whether that's inclusivity or just making new friends, stepping out of your comfort zone, having somewhere to go after school, and something to be a part of. It means, building that for future students.
BSU means to me something where anyone who wants to join can come, express themselves, and be included into a culture where everyone's included. I've done it for 4 years, and every year I felt something from it. I've always had fun at the dinners. I've always had fun planning the dinners.
BSU means to me, it gives us, the Black community, a space for us to be expressed and acknowledged, and I enjoy it a lot because it's a lot of people like me who just want their voice to be heard.
And that's just the start of a busy March calendar, which also features concerts from all major musical groups. It's concert season for the Truman Arts. Here's how some of them are preparing for it.
The concert went really well. These are contest songs, so it was definitely challenging, especially since we want really good scores at contests. The way we prep for it is just a lot of rehearsals, a lot of practicing outside of class. If you're not practicing outside of class, you're going to get nowhere with it, especially since rehearsal time is for rehearsal, not learning rhythms. And a lot of working with your section and making sure that your section understands the notes.
Well, I think that especially this year, the band came to class very dedicated to our music and very awake and ready to just kind of dissect every part of the music. Like last year, we kind of struggled with attendance and people always being tired, but this year, like, it was definitely different for us, and it definitely showed up at our concert when we were all just kind of in sync and we knew how to play our music together and to the best of our abilities. So we did that, and more than anything, we focused a lot on listening to each other and just knowing that it's not one person playing in the band, we're all trying to play together. So we adjust as we go and consult each other and consult Meyer, and it's helped us get to where we are today. And I feel very confident going to our districts. It's called something else. I don't remember, but I feel very confident going to that and our sight reading ability there.
So especially today, we had a little trouble just getting ready in general. We're having a lot of trouble with memorizing our songs, especially. But concert choir in general and True Tones, that's what I've seen so far. We have this way of coming back really well, and I think a couple days before, it'll take a little time and some patience, definitely, but I think we will have a pretty good concert in general. Like I said, memorization's a big issue, and a lot of people haven't been here for a long time, and that's definitely affecting the choir in general.
I am so excited for the spring concert. Usually we have a lot of good literature, especially this time around we're doing a lot of pieces by Elaine Hagenberg, which is my favorite composer, and we're just doing a lot of like really fun pieces. Definitely very challenging ones. Usually around the springtime we kind of try and like up our difficulty level when it comes to literature, just so the choir can get, more well-versed in like more difficult pieces as the year goes on. And this is the last formal concert we have, so it's one of the last few times like everyone's going to be all dressed up and like, in a professional setting. So it's very fun to think about, especially this being my last year in choir.
We're preparing for it by just practicing before class each day and practicing some stuff at home that we can. Biggest things that I think we have to worry about is keeping our tempo and then playing correct rhythms in difficult sections without slowing down.
Beforehand, we got brand new music, which we had to learn for a festival. The concert was essentially just the review of that so that our parents could see it. As far as how it went, I'd say it was okay. Some groups definitely did better than others, and that was very prominent, like very noticeable. But I say Symphonic did good. Other groups have some work to do before festival next Wednesday.
Expanding our scope from Truman to Independence as a whole, recently the city has approved the building of a new data center for AI. The move has angered many. However, there are many that don't even know what is happening.
So something I know about the data center is that it did get approved. That I think from what I heard, most of the people voted no, but the the representatives voted yes. It was like 3 out of 5, I believe, voted yes, and that it will be in Independence. I'm not sure where, but that it will be in Independence.
So they're building like a data center in Independence. They've had I think it's like $125 billion to build it. It's not actual money, but it's basically hey, this is what we're gonna have.
While many can't form full opinions due to the lack of information on the subject, most agree that there are questionable parts of this operation.
My personal opinions. My instinct is to say I'm questionable of what kind of data are they collecting? 2, I do know AI uses a lot of water, and so I know Independence has really great water, but how is that going to impact someone like me who lives in Independence and like our water bills and those kind of things? I did see a story that they are not paying property tax on a $150 billion, I think, dollar building. And then I'm like, who's paying for those property taxes? The news said that we're going to get a tax break, and that it's somehow going to help independent schools. Just isn't. I'm sure there's a truth in there somewhere, but I feel like it's just very polarizing right now for me to have an opinion. I'm not sure, but I'm feeling a little sketch.
I hate it. I think it was very shady of them to like ignore the citizens' wishes, because like a lot of people went to like that like meeting that they had where it's like, no, don't build the AI data center. And I hate that they just like ignored all those people, because like that place was packed of people who did not want it. And I feel like they stood for the majority opinion of not wanting to have an AI data center, and the fact that they went ahead and did that is like shady, and I don't like that.
To run the data center, much is needed. Amongst this is energy and water. Citizens worry how this will affect rates.
I don't see how it won't affect it. I truly don't see how it won't affect it, meaning I can see it definitely impacting water, definitely impacting like utilities like electric and those kind of things. And especially if they're not even paying for property taxes, someone's going to be paying that. And then are we paying that? Kind of like the stadiums, like we had a higher tax rate just because of the stadium, so it could be something like that.
I think it's gonna go high. Obviously, it's gonna use up a lot of that. Obviously, use up a lot of energy, and obviously use up a lot of water, and that has to be. Those resources are gonna become more scarce. So like we're gonna have to pay more for that, because like demand stays the same but price goes up.
While there is talk of benefit, many wonder if we will see any positive effects from the center.
AI is, I feel like with technology, it can be a good thing and it can be a bad thing. It's all in how it's used. So I would be very interested to know, it's a data center, what kind of data are they collecting and for what purpose? Because data is only as good as what you're intending it to use it for. And my opinion is it could go either way. It could be a good thing. It could be a bad thing. I don't always trust that data is being collected for good reasons. And so I would just need to know what and for what for.
No, like I said, like as great as I can express this, no. I am like strongly against AI. So having like a data center here, like it's like kind of ironic, or to me at least. But I don't think this will be beneficial. Like once again, bring up those people who said that a benefit could be like more jobs, but that can only be for so long. Like a building only like needs to be built for like however many years. That's not like a stable job that you can have for like the rest of your life. And I guess like people don't expect to have a job for the rest of their life, but like I don't see that as a positive.
If the content of the center wasn't bad enough, the location causes another issue for citizens.
I hate it. I live in that area and I love being able to like drive down and just see like open trees and like the field, and it just feels more like country-esque in the middle of the city. And so now that that's going to be taken over by this massive building that I didn't even want in the first place, I was hoping it wouldn't be there, and now that I'm hearing that it's there, really sad.
I don't like that it's like in a town like this where it's like that has residents, because like I've seen what AI data centers do to like other towns with residents, with like it runs them out of that town. So I'm not happy about it.
We also received a statement from Truman's head of IT, Todd Thien, where he explains that the worries about water and energy rates have hidden benefits within the center, as well as saying that the location is a non-issue, relating it to the warehouse on Noland Road.
Also a big news week for the world in general. The United States wages war with Iran. It's also a big story around the world. But it's happened at the moment where the world's information environment is fracturing also. So Taylor Dykeman decided to talk with students here to find out how they're getting info about the world events.
It was a busy news week. I talked to some people at Truman to see where they got their information.
My mom and Facebook.
Stay balanced and follow Fox News and CNN. I will also look at the British Broadcasting Corporation website as well to try and get more of a European point of view on things going on.
I haven't done enough of a deep dive personally myself, but I have seen a lot of things on social media such as like TikTok and stuff like that.
Usually just like stuff on Instagram, or I'll go online and I'll just look it up.
People say they pay more attention to the international news to understand the bigger picture, while others rely on more local news coverage.
I don't pay attention to any of it. I don't have very much social media, so I just don't pay attention on that, and then I don't watch TV.
I try to watch international news more than anything else.
I would target more international news because international for global events.
A bit of both.
Much information on social media, it can be hard to know what's true. I asked individuals at Truman how they decide what to actually believe.
Usually I see that it is truthful in some way, but I try and if I'm really invested in it, I actually go in and research it. But most of the time it's real news that's circulated with rumors, so I really don't pay attention.
I try to look at the source of it and try to make sure that I see it in more than one spot before I would believe it, before I would share that with others.
It depends on where they get their information or if videos are directly from events and sites.
It has been quoted by either the president or an actual government agency, or if it has shown up in multiple accounts.
Social media is one of the fastest ways news spreads today, but not everything online is accurate.
Informed because teenagers don't really know what they're talking about, so they just start spreading rumors.
Biggest concern is the use of AI and how convincing that is and how that's going to spread misinformation. So I don't know, compared to international or national, I would just say AI would be more of my concern when it comes to the spread of false information.
It's very opinionated depending on where you find your sources and how things are viewed when it comes to any situation.
I'm more misinformed since most of it is fear-mongering.
And that wraps up our show for this week.
Make sure to join us next time on ISD Weekly.